Good evening, everybody. Today is Tuesday, the 10th of January 2023, and I have just done my grocery. It's grocery day, by the way. Every Tuesday is grocery day, but let me be exact. Exactly, it's Sunday's Day, where I got all of the dry things from from any supermarket. But I like to go to the Hero Market. But today, since I got to get some sewing threads for my wife, so I came to Mydin here because I know that they have sewing threads. And aside of sewing threads, they also have other things that is more to the Indian side of the market. Like you can find a lot of herbs. Yes, many herbs. Not like hundreds, but maybe close to 100. Yeah, close to 100 types of herbs are available here. And because I'm feeling dry and hot and kind of bloating, so I got for myself this Be Fine yogurt, plain. It's a yogurt drink, so I'm gonna have a try on it. Let's see if it can help with my bloating issue. Not recently, I think a few years back, I've started to develop this lactose intolerant issue. So I got bloated a lot of times. Oh wow, this is nice. Very nice, guys. Be Fine. I'm gonna put this in the description. You got to try this. Not only that it's good for you, it tastes good and it's cheap too, considerably. 260, 2 ringgit and 60 cents per bottle of, I guess this is about, what do you guess this how many liters is it? 200 grams. Oh, 200 grams. Oops, I'm dripping some on my pants. So this is good. And that is something that I would like to share with you. The price and availability. Look at this, guys. Hey, let's get moving. Actually, let's get moving so that we can get to another place. Oh yes, I got to go to another supermarket because we cannot get something that I'm going to describe to you in a while. Look at this, guys. White chicken eggs that I saw on TV. I saw on the news that the owner of this giant, no, not giant, I mean in terms of the size, this big gigantic hypermarket chain, Mr. Mydin, I think his name is, he introduced to us this kind of egg. It's white and it was originated from India. Why did he purposely import it from India? It's because that right here in Malaysia now, we have a shortage of eggs. I mean, normal eggs. You can get omega-3, those kind of expensive eggs, but you cannot get this kind of cheap eggs anymore. So he has to import it from India to make sure that we Malaysians have eggs on our table. So why is it? Oh, firstly, the price. So for a pack of 30 pieces, a tray of it, it costs 12 ringgit and 50 cents, and it's not big. It's C size. Okay, if you compare it with the local eggs, this is like size C. Okay, and it's white because Mr. Mydin explained to us that the chicken that has laid these eggs are also white in color. So that is why the color of the egg is white. And what is interesting, I mean, not to say interesting, what is different between this kind of eggs, Indian eggs, with Malaysian eggs? Okay, the texture of the surface, texture of the shell. Can you see that? If you can just zoom in, it's rough. It's a bit rough. You know, it's not like smooth and slippery. Slippery is that? It's smooth. Local eggs are smooth, smoother, and it's a little bit out of shape. It's not perfectly oval, you know, like a normal egg. Not to say that this is abnormal. This is also normal. That is why they can be the enforcers or the officials allowed this kind of eggs to be imported from India and enter Malaysia for us Malaysian to enjoy. But because the shape of it is some sort like bulky, it is bulging at one side over here. Not sure about the others, but on this one it does bulge on one side of the shell itself. And how about the taste? I'm not sure. This is the first time that I bought this, so I'm pretty sure this is going to end up on my table or in my lunch bag, and maybe I can explain to you when I've had it tried as lunch or breakfast. Okay, so 12 ringgit and 50 cents per pack of 30 pieces per tray. Not bad considering that we are out of our own eggs. And what else do we have? Yes, I'm heading to another hypermarket. Probably I'm going to drop by the Maslee Express because on the list of my grocery, of my sundry, I got to get some chili flakes, which my wife told me that she asked me to get grinded dry chili. So I was like, what? Grounded or grinded dry chili? So I tried to look for it, but I cannot find. So pops into my mind, I asked her through the WhatsApp messages, are you mentioning chili flakes? And she says, yes, that's what I want. So why don't you just say chili flakes? You know, communication breakdown. So she said that grounded dry chili is how the villagers call it, because she was she wrote there, she typed there chili kering kisar. So does she really mean chili kering or chili kisar? You can have either, but not both. But when I told her that chili flakes, do you want chili flakes? She said yes. So I tried to look at the Mydin and we cannot find that. So I'm heading to the Maslee Express in Taman Daya. Oh, by the way, we are in Taman Pelangi Indah and just passing by one of the secondary school right here on my left. So every time that you pass around or pass near a school area, please drive carefully. Don't rush, because you will never know, one of the students or children might just run across the road without they just forgot that they have to look to their left and right before crossing the road, but because they are too eager to meet their parents, too eager to go back home and have their shower and dinner, and probably they are going to be allowed with some screen time on their tablets or laptops or PC. So they got excited and that's why they rushed across the road. So if you are recklessly driving on the road or near a school compound, so that is a risk. So please slow down, look carefully, because children are children. You cannot just trust them, because their instinct is to have fun. So don't spoil their fun, because a few times it happened already. Children were killed on the road while on the way back to from school to home. That is sad. So you know, can't imagine if it happens again. You know, don't. Right, going to Maslee, and as you know, my channel is about me talking about what I think and my ideology and probably my experience, let it be good or bad, so that it could be a reference and to be shared with other people like you guys, my viewers. And you know, this is my fourth video, and surprisingly, because I did mention on my first video that I am not going to promote this video in any way, not even mentioning it on my first channel, my main channel, Leo Chaplin. But I received one subscriber and 7 views on my first video, and I got 2 likes on it. So surprising, even without any promote that I didn't do, you know, I can get those kind of to me is not bad. To me, you know, you have to excuse me, I'm a very unfamous YouTuber, so to get that within a week is somewhat an achievement for me. Okay, right guys, this is another school here, Sekolah Desa Tebra, if I'm not wrong. Sekolah Kebangsaan Taman, oh sorry, Mount Austin, sorry. So, well, surprisingly, this road is clear today. Usually it is jammed, and right here where I am now is where I have to stop, start stopping to join the traffic jam heading to this T junction, which is always usually busy. Surprising. Okay, anyway, I would like to just inform my new viewers that the second purpose that I made this channel is because this is a 360. My videos on this channel, all of them are 360 degrees videos. So I've mentioned, I will mention in the description about the date, the time, and the route that I'm taking. So if let's say that anybody would like to know what happened on this particular date and time and the route that I'm taking, by the way, now it's 6:30 in the evening, and they will get a chance to rotate their phones if they have a phone that is enabled to do that. And probably, yeah, if anything happens on this date and time and this route, and they would like to see that incident, so my video would be a good reference. And while doing that, I can also share what I think about the world and the life that it contains. And today I'm going to talk to you about parenting. Okay, parenting, let me be frank, I think not many parents understood what it meant to be parenting, you know. By the looks on their face when they take their family out for shopping or sightseeing, their faces, both of the parents, looks like they are suffering. I wonder why, you know, because the purpose of having a family is to enjoy the family togetherness with the children and the wife. And this is what happens in the culture of Malaysia. I mean, I'm not going to say any races, okay? Any race, no. It's in general, okay? Uh, because according to my experience, from my experience, why people got married is because they are kind of feeling embarrassed if they are not married after reaching a certain age. So they got married, and because this is due to every time they meet their aunties or uncles or relatives, the first question they ask is, hey, when are you going to get married? I'm not sure about any other countries, but here where I live, that is the question, the jackpot question, you know. This is how it goes, you know, by sequence. Firstly, when you got graduated and you got a good career, the first question people will ask or relatives will ask is, when are you going to get a girlfriend? Secondly, when are you going to get engaged? Thirdly, when are you going to get married? Thirdly, after you got married, when are you going to get a baby? When you got a baby, when are you going to get the second one? And then when you got the second one, they will say, 2 children is not enough. You have to get more. As if they are the one that is going to buy the napkin, the baby napkin, and the baby formula, you know, such sensitive things that they ask you without you ever thinking the feeling and the impact that will occur from their question, you know. The stress that the receiver feels when receiving all of those questions is what makes it unbearable and forces them to get married. So you see, sometimes, or maybe half of the times, they got married because of this kind of a stress. Okay, let me continue with the sequence. When, let's say that you have 4 children, and then you will ask them, they will get asked, when the children are grown up, when are you going to get your grandchildren, you know, those kind of things. But the most important thing that they should have focus on and mention is, when are you going to die? Yeah, literally, because nobody reminds anybody about death, which we have to be prepared as a Muslim, you know, because if we don't remember that we are going to die one day, we are not going to repent, you know. Because don't tell me that everybody is perfect, you know. Everybody makes mistake and you have to repent. But if you keep questioning people about all of these, sorry to say, stupid questions, and you miss out this very important question, you are just wasting your time. And please beware, yeah, your question, these sensitive questions, can result in such devastating result like divorces, you know, children that became children that retaliate from separation, from parent separation and divorces. So you think that it's very simple to come out with a question, open your mouth, blow out some hot air and ask this kind of question, but you are not sensitive enough to know the result of it, no, the effect that it will occur to you. Maybe it's just like a few words, like nothing that is good. You have nothing to talk about, and then you just come up with all of these questions to your cousins or to your nephew or your niece. You are not sensitive enough. Some of them, wow, this brings to another matter, questions. Right here in Malaysia, I think this doesn't happen in any other countries. You could be asked, how much do you earn a month? How much is your salary? How much is your house loan? How much you pay for the installment, the monthly installment, and how much is the interest? Which bank did you apply for the loans? Those kind of things. Come on, these are personal questions that doesn't even matter into your life. Why must you interfere with other people's lives? Funny. I know. I've never been to any other countries except for Singapore and Indonesia, but I know what is happening in other countries because don't tell me that you do not have a television. You have a television at home, and if you do not even have a cable TV, the channels that are available on your TV are sufficient to teach you manners. Okay? You will not get any of these questions in any other countries, especially from the Western countries. So, could you please stop it? Please. Why must you ask people this kind of question? It's sensitive. We can choose not to answer it, but because of the culture, we are kind of obliged to answer it. Stupid, isn't it? Well, a little bit of culture sharing in my country. I hope that it will change and people can be more sensitive and stop being a blabbermouth, because there are thousands of other topics that you can talk about to other people when you met them. Yeah. Just watch TV, okay, and watch some YouTube on manners, because you need to learn some. Okay, anyway, on my left we have reached the Maslee Express in Taman Daya. This place is what word should I explain how this place is interesting, clean. Of course, it's a little bit expensive in a way. Not everything. Certain items are expensive, so you have to be. Oh, sorry about the beep. I'm reversing my car. Certain things are quite expensive if compared to other places, but the convenience of it being here and you can get almost everything here is fascinating. Okay, let's spend like around 1 or 2 minutes looking at this place. Maslee Express is my neighbor, and you can see you can get some cool blocks here. There are even sushi shops. There is even a tea garden cafe, a local delicacy restaurant in Johor Bahru, southern state of Malaysia. And then you can get what else do we have here? Nasi Padang, Indonesian cooking, and yes, basically people come here to get sundries and even groceries. You can have fish, chicken, meats, and all of those stuffs. And oh yeah, about a walking distance from here, right in front there on my right, you can get A&W. You can even have Chicago chicken. You can even have Zeus Coffee, the local competitor of Starbucks. Maybe to them, they do not wish to be competitors of Starbucks, but that is what I feel. This is what I feel. Because the owner, the founder of Zeus Coffee was once called Coffee Boy because of his love about coffee, and he created Zeus Coffee, which is now has so a lot of chains in Malaysia. All right, guys. I think that's it for today. Firstly, oh yes, we have a mosque on my left there, quite a big mosque, Taman Daya Mosque, Masjid. So, with that, I would like to say thank you for joining me again. If you find that this new format of a video of my second channel is interesting, please come back. I have lots more to talk to you about. I have them listed on my phone because every time I think about something to talk about, I will put it on my phone so that I will never forget. While doing that, I also bring you on a drive along video that you can enjoy. Not only watching me, you can watch the cars and the roads and how Malaysia is at a certain date and time that I've put up in the description down here. Okay guys, I'll see you again in my next video. Take care, be good to everyone, and cheerio.